Hello and welcome to episode 2 of APL PRESSBOX. I'm Sharif. With us
I'm
is
Fedi.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So, what do we have? We are at game week. Game week 2 just got played, and this Sunday, game week 3 is coming up. So, let's start with what's new. What happened in game week 2?
Yeah. Let's look at the results here. All right. So we got Toros and Tyson's 4-0. It's a pretty solid win for Toros. Yens and Alexandria tied 1-1. Inter got that win up in Maryland 2-1. Those are some big points right there. Bods in an incredible game with Galaxy, and that was our game of the week. 4-3. And Dallas grabbing some really important points in the last game there. 3-0 win against Herndon City. Yeah, I mean, the table should be, kind of sorting itself out now a little bit.
So looking at our table, our top 6 right now in the playoff zone, we've got Taurus at the top, and right now Borussia Dulles sitting at 6th is our 6th team right now sitting in that playoff zone. So outside of that, we've got 7th and 8th Yins and Herndon City, both sitting there, uneasy a little bit, no wins yet. And then our bottom 2, VA Galaxy, just recently promoted, first 2 games, 2 losses. And then Tyson City dropping again to 10th right now, picking up 2 losses. And right now their goal difference is sitting at -5. So not the best. I'm sure they're a little bit disappointed and hoping for a better start, especially considering the new recruitments they've been having. But I'm sure game week 3, they're going to be looking to try to get their first win. Same with VA Galaxy.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this table's is definitely not going to stay the way it currently is. I don't expect Yins to be out of the playoff top 6 in the next week or 2 here, and that top 6 I'm sure is going to shift a little bit. And then I'll be interested to see if Tyson's and Galaxy are able to kind of get out of that relegation zone. Because I think once you get to week 3 or week 4, if you're still kind of down there, it's going to be a little tough to climb back up.
Right. And again, looking at Toros right now, so last season, they were picking up wins left and right. They have a history of, going all these games undefeated, racking up wins. So it's going to be interesting to see, are they going to continue that sort of form again? Who knows? We'll definitely see what's up. But do you want to jump into some of the highlights that we got? So here we've got highlights from Alexandria Reds versus Yins United. Right here, this is a penalty. I mean,
I don't know.
Some people might say it's a little soft, but I do think there is some contact there.
You see, the thing is, it doesn't look like a foul, but I don't believe he dived. It's definitely a real there was definitely contact. Maybe I don't know if it's enough, but I mean, it's up. It's obviously up to the referee's discretion. What he saw, obviously in real time, is kind of difficult. Yeah,
you see that left leg right there. Actually,
yeah, left leg maybe.
Yeah. You got to slow it down.
Is it? Yeah. Let me see that again.
Look at the Alexandria Red defender. He puts his left leg up, and then it goes across, striking his body.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's a real fall. He wasn't even. He was trying to catch himself too. So I mean,
look at that. He would have been through. He would have been through right there.
He would have definitely been through.
Got a shot on target.
I don't know if he. The goalie was there, so. Right. I'm not surprised that it's not. There's no card being given there, but.
That's a penalty right there. Slots it in bottom right corner. That's a good penalty right there.
That's how penalties should be taken.
Yeah, I don't think the goalie
straight to the corner.
All right, what's happening here?
Now this one is I really don't know how this one didn't go in.
This one didn't go in. Let's see what happens. Okay, shot outside the box. Hits both posts. That's like the goalie's dream right there. I mean, look at that. That hits both posts, and it comes perfectly.
And it comes back to his hand.
It comes perfectly back right into his hands. Like, look at this.
Both posts, and then you would think someone's gonna put that in, but man.
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, if I was there, I would not have anticipated that even happening. You know, like here. So we've got. Let me back up a little bit. All right.
Oh, this is that
long range
40-yard.
Ooh. Whoa!
You know that kind of reminds me of Frank Lampard in 2010 World Cup against Germany.
Oh my!
Very
goodness.
similar shot. I mean,
so
you guys tell us, was this in?
I mean, did that cross the line? Listen,
is this in or not? I mean,
that is a shot right there. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, look at that trajectory, man.
He got just the right height, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
VAR.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, listen, mate. You can't blame somebody.
Zidane,
for making that call in a game.
Zidane
I mean,
penalty.
that's just hard. Hey, on a professional level, they couldn't make that call. Yeah, you need VAR to see that, man. That's impossible.
So we managed to get a hold of Nolan, manager of Fighting Bods. We got a hold of him. We did an interview with him to get his thoughts on how his game went. He played his team played via Galaxy. So we, got some highlights. Let's take a look at that now.
We have a special guest today, Nolan, manager and / captain from the Fighting Bods. Nolan, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, tell us a little bit about your team, the history of the team, how you started it, and how you got these group of guys coming out to play every Sunday.
Sure. So basically, we're like a local club, you could say. A lot of guys who grew up in the area, in Bethesda, in Rockville, and in 2011, this team started in the second division of the WPL, and I was actually playing on a team in the WPL, so I was not on the team when it started, but all my friends played on it, and I said, I'm not going to play on that team unless you guys are in the first division. So then they made it into the first division, and I eventually switched teams, and we recruited a lot over the years and brought in a lot of great guys, and I was just a player for a long time, and then I took over the team last year and brought us into the APL this year.
And how's that going? How are your first 2 games so far in the APL?
They were good. Tough competition, obviously, and we know them very well, and they're a very good team. The Yins and the team we played this last weekend, VA Galaxy, was really good. They had some great players.
And tell me a little bit about that game last week against Galaxy. I mean, 4-3. That's a pretty insane score.
Yeah, it was insane because also they went up 2-1, then we went up 3-2, then they tied it, then we scored in the last 5 minutes. But we were a little bit thin on the depth chart, and we came out with a different formation, playing a 3-5-2, because we didn't really have enough center backs, and it didn't really work for us. So then we went to a 4-5-1, and that's a much more natural formation for our team and our players. So we were able to score 3 goals in the second half, and came out victorious, which was good.
Okay, so take us through the highlights here, Nolan.
All right, well, we got a nice throw in, and then I flick it on, I guess, to Zach, who plays Jimmy, and Jimmy's just a horse, and he just scores goals. So he drives down and then gets a nice shot in, and then Erich, the Wonder Boy Johnson, is crashing in and is able to finish that which is great to get in the box and crash the rebound there. Just a forward being a forward there, which you love to see. Okay. On this one, I'm just too slow to get back to track that guy, Chris. And then he gets a shot in between Schuler, our big center defender's legs. And I thought I had it the whole time. I wasn't too worried about it. But right there in that moment, I knew that I should be on the other side of him. I'm 14 in that scenario. And Schuler, 9 times out of 10, is going to get the block off there. So he did well to get the ball in between Schuler's legs, honestly, and not a lot of space to shoot it, and then it was a good goal for him.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty quick guy.
Yeah, he was vibrant in the middle for them. He was kind of doing a lot, and then here's that play where he's able to get down around a couple of guys, get some touches, and find somebody trailing, and that's just us not picking up people and allowing him to run down the sideline. Here's an incredible finish from Jimmy. I mean, that is just world class.
Yeah, that's a curler right there. That's really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, he has it all. He's fast. He's strong. You know, he picks his head up in tight spaces, and he looks up and just. That starts way outside the post, and it just curls right into the corner. And that was right at the start of the half. So. That's to tie the game 2-2, and that's a huge pick-me-up for our team, the way we wanted to start the half. I mean, he's a true striker and a goal scorer. And, I mean, there is just no goalie on earth who's ever going to save that. I mean, he didn't even dive.
So at this point in the game, this is when he switched to the 4-5-1?
Yeah, so this is where we switch to the 4-5-1. So here's Matt, and he finds Quinn through, who's just our outside right back, who is just unbelievably fast, talented, gets stuck in with the goalie, and I mean, he'll make 90-yard runs, like it's nothing, and then dribbles the ball into the goal. You don't see that very often. But a really good goal. And then this goal, I mean, golly, I would love to see how many times out of 10 they could do that, because the ball and the header there are just...
I mean, really, it was a nice ball. That's a nice ball.
It's a very nice goal, and we have guys in the back that are just very good aerially. I mean, we have Schuler's 6'5", and Lorenzo, who's a beast, and he just finds the perfect spot to put that ball, and then a perfect header. And there's really nothing anybody could do about that. So 3-3, their game on, you could say. Here's a ball by Mike Montross into Zach.
Ooh.
And Zach able to get in behind and just finish it to put us up 4-3 last 5 minutes. And he had a couple of chances earlier that he wasn't able to finish, but that one, he showed why that he was a starting striker at Colgate there. Goalie could have really taken him out there too, which actually might have been a smart play. But
yeah.
A good touch and a good finish. And game winner.
You think he still finishes that even if the goalie doesn't come out?
50-50 on that. He was having a little bit of trouble finding it. He had a lot of opportunities that game, and that one went in. So there's Matt doing a little thing there.
So where do you see the Bods, finishing this in this season?
Well, I mean, we're currently undefeated. I think we're the best team in the league. I don't see us losing any games unless something, crazy were to happen. But definitely, top seed, top 2 seeds. Anything else would probably be a little bit disappointing.
So are we going to see you guys in the final?
I would be shocked if we didn't make it to the finals. I will say that depending on when the finals are scheduled and people's schedules, that is going to be defining for us too. We'll see what happens with able to get enough of the right guys out for that. But if we have our full squad, there's just not anybody out there who's going to beat us.
I wanted to ask you, can you explain to me, the logo for the bods and maybe like a little background about, the name?
Yeah, basically, we used to be named the Fighting Bobs, and then once the old manager stepped down and I took over, I rebranded the team to be the Fighting Bods because my nickname is Bodman. And so now all I had to do was change one letter and we became the Bods. So it's sort of to irk everybody on the team and it's a lot of people off because I'm really self-centered. And, it's just funny to me to do that. And then on top of that, within the logo embedded is a lot of, you could call it cryptographic messages.
Okay.
So there's like a Bitcoin logo in the B.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's an Ethereum logo behind it. And my goal is to basically take the team and then build. We're going to do a little bit of a fundraise and try and put our team's treasury, so to speak, onto a crypto Bitcoin standard, invest the money in cryptocurrency, see if we can grow the pot and be able to fund like all of the team's expenses. Let me just tell you that there's one team in England in the 5th division who is doing the same thing. The gentleman who bought them, his name was Peter McCormick, big Bitcoiner, and he's basically put their team on the Bitcoin standard. He has a huge Bitcoin podcast, and he has a bunch of Bitcoin companies that are investing in his team. So now he has over $1 million to invest in this team that basically like had like 10, 20 people come out to games. And so now like there's like all this hubbub behind the team, and he's going to try and get them into the 2nd division of the Premier League, the Championship. And it's a fascinating story, and I don't see why we can't do something similar on a smaller scale. We're a cutting-edge team with a cutting-edge manager, and we're gonna keep developing. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Nolan. We'll see you this weekend, okay?
sounds good. See you guys.
So a little segment we want to start is fan questions. Let's go ahead and answer some of these questions that we got. John Becerra 17. What are your relegation predictions?
My relegation predictions. Oof.
Yeah.
This is a question that's like, it's like meant to piss somebody off. John, you knew exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's tough. I mean, we've got teams that have got great quality. I mean, right now it's easy to say, oh yeah, the teams that haven't picked up any wins are probably going to get relegated. Oh yeah, VA Galaxy or Titans. But really, the way to answer that question is to say, okay, which team would be able to survive relegation because either making changes midway through the season, or they have really good squad depth and are not susceptible to injuries hurting their entire seasons. Short answer, I don't know. I don't know. Tysons, maybe. VA Galaxy, maybe. Herndon City. Oh man, I don't even know how to answer that. That's such a tough question.
I mean, I think it's too early, John.
It's too early to tell, John.
It's the second. We've only had 2 games in. We're only 2 games in. I mean, I've seen Galaxy play. That's not a relegation team. And their first 2 games were against the current 4th place guys and 5th place guys. 2 really, really strong teams. And I don't think that's a really fair assessment yet of whether they're going to get relegated. Tysons have also played Los Toros, and who was their first game? ASA. I mean, Tyson's played what is now our top two.
Yep.
So it's not a shame to lose those games, but
I just put up the table on the screen. Viewers, John, who do you think is going to get relegated? I mean, it's not an easy question to answer unless you've got
it could be
strong bias against some team, or have like a rivalry.
I mean, I think John does play for Tyson City, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
So maybe it's a
John.
big question. I don't know.
John.
Anyways, next question. So we have from Darth Daver 13, leading goals and assist leaders.
Is that a question, or is that like a give me the stats right now?
Yeah. So let's look at the stats. Okay, so Jimmy Grace for Fighting Bods leads the way, 5 goals. And then tied for second right now, Andrew Wade on Yins, Alejandro Nero, Los Toros, Kwaku Damina, ASA Reds. And then, that was a voice crack. And then our assist leaders are Daniel Ankara, Freddie Oville, and Abdi from Dulles.
Yellow cards. Chris Campos.
Yeah, Chris Campos.
Listen, Chris Campos has 2 goals and 2 yellow cards. Can't be upset at that. I mean, listen, if you get a goal for every yellow card, well, no, if he gets like enough yellow cards, he's gonna get like suspended.
He's gonna get suspended.
This episode of APL PRESSBOX provided to you by New Paradigm Recovery. They are drug and alcohol rehab and recovery. So if you or anybody you know is in need of their services, do not hesitate to reach out. Great people, great company. Thank you again for making this possible.
Last question here from Trust the Good Stuff. Why join the APL? I mean, are you looking to play in the best league in DMV? I mean, I don't no, but why would you join the APL? Because we listen to you. Because we have good communications with our players and our managers. We know what it's like to have a team. We know the struggles of, building a team, having a team, paying for the team, going out to games, playing in certain locations, the referee situation, player altercations, all that stuff. Like, we get all that shit. And we still play, obviously not in our own league, but we play still at a somewhat competitive level. We've played before. We've had teams. We've participated in multiple leagues in the area. Ones that are no longer around, ones that are failing. And we have a pretty good idea of the scope of what's around us. And we just know people. We know what people want.
Well, one thing is you're asking the wrong person. You need to talk to the players and the managers, right? These are the people that have been experiencing APL firsthand, who know what it's like to not be in APL, be in different leagues. We are here because we have learned so much from so many different people and from our own experiences that, we came and we put this, league together based off of the fact that there is still so much to learn and that we want to make something big. And so far we've been doing that, and we're still getting better every season. We don't believe in stagnation or reaching a level at which, we're done making the league better. I think that's a problem a lot of leagues have. So the best way to put it is, APL is a long-term project where we're all building this together. It's not just a few people. It's all teams, all the players, all the managers, all the fans helping build this together with us.
Thank you for joining us on APL PRESSBOX episode 2. We hope to see you guys next week, next Friday. We'll see you guys.
Thank you again for tuning in. Obviously, every week we want to, make it more fun, more interactive, and hopefully next week will be even better. So, thanks again. Take care.
100%.